Take it off. I adjust it.
I can't take my glasses off. The guy wouldn't be able to even see y'all.
Welcome to Views from the Floor podcast. This is Nico.
Just cuz.
Yo, it's Taz.
And we here, man, another week. I almost jumped in front of you, man. I almost jumped in front of you, dog. How's your week been, fellas?
Been good.
Yeah.
Little man started T-ball last Friday.
Seen that.
Great experience to see my little man out there playing a game that I didn't get to play in my youth. But he thoroughly enjoyed it. Switch hitter.
Word, like Kai.
So, about to get these. Hey, look, we got to keep the boy. And Cameron's learning to throw now. He's starting to throw stuff. Cool. So look, that's about to get these chips with the dip.
With the dip. Hey man, I'm telling you, bro. T-ball and baseball is cool, but when you ready for soccer, send them this way, bro.
I got you. I'll make sure I pass them that way.
Yeah.
I just be the agent, baby. I gotta get that 10%.
Yeah. Justin the only one with degrees and shit, so he can do it. You know what I mean? How about you, Jay?
I mean, it was, cool, just working, building stuff for the future. That's basically it.
Building stuff for the future, like what?
Like businesses, nigga. Not no Poontanga name.
Like what? You got a special lady in your life or what?
No. Business. Nah. That's my special lady right now.
Nah, listen to you. Buttercup. Anyway. My week was alright. It was it's busy. Yeah, busy. Ever since I got over the vid, it's like life just keep going. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know what to do. Like it just keep going. I got another busy weekend coming up too. Just gotta live your life, but stay safe. But yeah, man. I had a wild question for y'all, but I'm gonna save it. Not today. It don't feel right. Maybe later. Maybe at the end of the show. But anyway, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So Taz brought up a story in the group chat, about the New York Liberty. When I seen it on Twitter, I was like, "Yo, this is fake," but it is not. It is not fake,
not whatsoever.
So to explain to people out there, so New York Liberty in the CBA of the WNBA, they're not supposed to take charter flights, and it's just funny that last week's episode, we was watching Liz Cambridge talk about I shouldn't have to pay for a flight to get to a game. Well, now New York Liberty, it came out New York Liberty was taking charter flights, and they fined the team $500,000. But they was also considering taking all their draft picks away, are terminating the franchise as a whole.
And that's crazy.
I need to know how y'all feel about this.
Overkill. I'll go first because, I got a little bit to say, not a lot. So, basically...
Is it overkill because of your bias?
No, it's like this. For me, it's kind of like, I understand it in the grand scheme of things because it's like unfair advantage for the people who can't afford to do it. However, let me say this. Y'all motherfuckers got a whole league. The NBA got all this money. You got to step it up. And y'all arguing about charter flights? And you gonna find them $500? That nigga is a billionaire. He don't care nothing about no $500,000. Find me, baby. Find me every year. Cause we gonna keep chartering these planes. Cause who about to just do all of that? Who about to be overnight They was missing games because of the way that he was flying before.
Yeah.
They was missing games and all types of stuff, late for their games. Like, no, we in 2022. They'll need to be paying for their own flights. The WNBA need to be paying for that shit. That's as simple as it is.
Nah, I feel you 100%. 100%. It was just crazy as hell that the whole franchise was on the brink of being terminated because, the team was chartering their flights.
They might as well just go play overseas at this point.
That's fucking gnarly, cuz. I mean, sure, they probably should. They probably should play overseas, but at the same time, with so much shit going in the world, it's safer to play here. And the talent's better. Like deep down in your soul, right? As a competitor, you might be getting the bag somewhere else, but you want to play against the best. You want your name up against the best. If she the best out here, nah. I'm gonna show her that I'm the best, or I'm gonna show him I'm the best. Period. They'll play ball for free. They'll go to the Rucker and ball all day long if they really could. But why would they when they can get paid for it? So I'm gonna play against the best. So I just thought it was a wild ass fucking story.
Yo, when I read that, I sat there and was like, hold up now. You mean tell me y'all was gonna find them $1 million, take all their draft picks they ever could accumulate, and or terminate the franchise.
That's the first ever, bro.
I said, wait a minute now, for charter flights? And I'm like, so you mean tell me that we talk about this equal pay in sports and all this with the women, and now we want to bring it to the attention of chartered flights. So you mean tell me that we talked about them having to fly coach and all that, whatever.
Yeah.
But you gonna find them for chartered flights? And I get it.
They was getting too much rest, dog. You know what I mean? They was comfortable, nigga. But what makes it worse is they was bad. Like you was getting charter flights, it was still bad,
bro. That was crazy, man.
They should have stayed with the Knicks, baby. Shouldn't have moved to Brooklyn because you wouldn't have got no chartered flights with the Knicks. Nigga, you would have been coach all the way.
Y'all been riding the bus.
Y'all still would have been playing at Westchester Stadium, nigga. They moved them to the burbs. Nobody could go to their games.
They just spent $5 on the mega pass for the bus. They take you anywhere in the country for $5. Yo, that shit's wild.
Oh,
they'd have been on a bus anyway.
But I think
go ahead.
I think the good that's coming out of it is that fact that the owner, I think his name is Joe. Was it Joe Tsai?
Sure.
I don't know how to say his last name, but it's good. I think that they're working with the league to try to make it sure that they do have better ways of transportation.
Yeah, every team should be, especially the teams that's owned by NBA teams.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, like, get your players to the. You want to field these players? Get the players to the game.
And
that's easy.
I think that this is kind of instance where you see there's a conflict between the NBA's vision for the WNBA and the WNBA's vision for the WNBA. Yeah. Because the NBA is more, I think, has a vision of like progressiveness and this is what I want y'all to become. And it kind of seems like the WNBA is kind of stuck in their ways. Kind of like how the ownership, that aspect of it, it's just weird. Yeah. It's just kind of like,
it is kind of wild though.
Y'all want to stay where y'all at?
Yeah, it is kind of wild though. But speaking of wild, I need y'all to tell me how y'all feel about this as well. Grambling State.
Ooh.
You know the head coach is Hugh Jackson or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Hell of an offensive coach. I didn't even know he was the head coach of Grambling State until all that Brian Flores stuff came out, and then he went on the Pivot, I think it was.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, he was talking about it, but he hired Art Browse, who, if people out there don't know, he used to be the head coach of Baylor. And while at Baylor, some of the male players was doing all types of stuff to women on campus. I mean, sexual harassment, sexual assault, everything that you can think of. Just he was letting the kids go wild and just covering up all his, star athletes and all that stuff. Which I think is just nasty. But Art Biles kind of, he got out the way for a little while, disappeared. Then he popped up at a high school, was coaching, tried to get back into college, this, that, and the third. And then he got hired as the OC at Grambling State. Well, a lot of people, especially alumni, was like, nah, he got to get up out of here. Like, ain't no way. I guess my question to y'all is, do you think how long do you think it should be for him to become a college coach again, or should he ever be a college coach again?
Yo, when I was researching this, right, and I was just looking at all of the offenses, I'm like, holy.
Oh, it's nasty.
It's like,
it's bad.
In certain instances, it's like, okay, you get a shot again. In this, it's like, I can't say he shouldn't get a shot. Can't say he's not changed, but I can understand people not wanting him to get. If this is South Carolina State, I wouldn't want him there because it's just too much. Like, it's not like it was one or two things. Like, you did this for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And then you had allegations going all the way back to Houston. So this isn't just like something that you've done once or twice. This is becoming part of who you are, it seems. So you kind of don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he went back. He coached high school and all of that. But he didn't even stay there long.
Yeah, because people was on his ass everywhere he went to. It's kind of the same as Rick Pitino. It's just Rick Pitino wasn't a nasty nigga. He was
covering for Sandusky. He was covering for Sandusky.
No, I'm talking about Rick Pitino, not Joe Paterno. Rick Pitino, it was on some, like, the kids was, he was getting strippers and stuff on recruitment trips, and what I mean, like stuff like that. So
fun stuff.
Yeah, now he had an Iona, so it's like he had an Iona doing this this thing or whatever. So I feel like Rick Pitino, you can forgive that, but is this situation worse than you brought up Joe Paterno? Is this situation worse than Joe Paterno's situation?
I say no, because this guy, he got caught in the act, whereas Joe Pa, it was after he had retired. That all that stuff came out. So I mean, I'm not gonna say that either is one's worse than the other, because they're both egregious. Yeah. But when you look at it, like, he got caught in the act. Like, Browse got caught in the act. Joe Pa, he was already gone, retired, he was about to die anyway, when all that stuff came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, this whole situation, he shouldn't, honestly, me personally, no, I would not want him coaching my son or my daughter, or anywhere near my daughter, because, one, you set a precedence. Yeah. It's like, bro, this, like I said, it goes back to when you were at Houston. Stuff came out, allegations come out. And you can say, like Justin said, it's becoming a part of who you are. So at this point, you're untouchable. I'm sorry. Because it's almost like you're a sex offender, but you're not a sex offender, but we should treat you as one.
Oh yeah, it's accessory after the fact. That's exactly what it is.
It's like the thing is like we know that black women are some of the most pressed down people, bro. And some of us, black men do the pressing. So you go to Grambling State. My thought process is, Aaron, are you gonna let these athletes, these male athletes, do all this stuff and not say nothing? That thought's in the back of my head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. So no, it's a no for me. I'm sorry, you can't coach here.
I feel you. You know, when it first came out, I was like, "Yo, fam, eventually, you got to give people a second chance." Until I saw Joy Taylor and what she said, and then I went, "You know what? She got a point." And like what you saying just now, Taz, it follows him everywhere he goes. It follows him, and do you really want somebody like that mentoring your kid? Absolutely not. Because he's just gonna let it happen again. If he can turn his head to it and keep low and he can still have his star athlete, it's fine. It's kind of like Urban Meyer. Everywhere he went to, there was some shit. And in Florida, he had, you know what I mean? He had a murderer on the team. You know what I mean? He had all types of shit going on. You know, but Aaron Hernandez shot somebody in the eye while he was at Florida. He knew about it and just was like, all right, what you want me to do?
Don't want that nigga to shoot me.
He gonna play on Saturday. He gonna play on Saturday. Did anybody see it? Nope. All right, he gonna play on Saturday. So I see what Art Briles is, man. Like Joy Taylor said, there's plenty other professions out there. You can do it. You can do something else. But
they use that PE degree, baby.
Yeah, mentoring young kids, nah. Another thing in sports as well that I need y'all opinion on is the players or the owners, man. MLB lockout. What side y'all on?
The players.
Always, right?
Yeah.
See, I seen something earlier too. Jeff Parsons said it. He was like,
"That's my guy."
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you replace the 1,600 MLB players or the 1,600 baseball players, you have bad product on the field. If you replace the 30 team owners, everything will be just fine. It might even work out better. Like it might even work out better. Listen,
exactly.
I understand you got to come to the table. You got to agree to everything. But the downside of this is you cancel games.
Mm-hmm.
Games is getting canceled. All these players want to do is play ball. That's it. They don't even give a fuck. They make so much money. They don't give a damn about the money. I just want to play ball.
What are they fighting for right now?
Hold on. If you never asked me, I was going to tell you in a second. It's really on like I don't even know if it's really even the money that they even fighting over. It's just just little stuff like I know they was talking about like draft pick compensation. They want that off the table for if like so with draft pick compensation, if say Mike Trout is a free agent, right? He done did his whole contract, he a free agent. If he signs somewhere else, you get the Angels would get a draft pick compensation. They was like, well, for what? Like I just walked for what? They want to do a lottery draft. They want to do there's like little stuff, but the owners is just like, nah, I'm not doing none of this just for the sake of going. Nah, I don't want to do none of this. You know how owners are, man. They just dickheads. They dickheads. They want to be as greedy as possible, and they just locked them out. It's done with. And another thing too, me and Lane talked about this. I think this week or last week or whatever. MLB players make so much money, but yet in the organizations make so much money that this is now the first year that the minor league system is gonna have. They're gonna put in actual housing for the minor league systems. For people out there that don't know, the minor league teams get paid less than we do working regular jobs, and they get buses everywhere, like rundown buses to this place, whatever part of the country they in playing. And usually they don't even have enough money to pay for a home, even though they got signing bonus money and all this stuff. They don't even got enough money to even pay for an apartment because it's no point in them paying for an apartment because they always on the road. So they got like
Team sponsors,
team
and stuff.
sponsors and all that stuff. Like I could be a team sponsor. Taz, Justin can. Like if there was a minor league baseball team around here, if they was looking for somewhere to stay, we could just put them up, and then I guess they get paid a little bit of something from the organization, but they just now getting to the point where they're gonna develop housing for them, and it's insane to me. And another thing I wanted to bring up about baseball, right? This is probably the worst thing baseball can do because baseball is no longer America's pastime.
It is not.
You
NFL is number one.
Nobody cares about baseball like that anymore. Nobody. If you're a baseball fan, sure you do, but when it comes to the grand scheme of things, with all the other sports they got coming around, nobody cares about baseball. It's whatever. Like they wanna be greedy and not let them play ball. That's just gonna hurt them.
It's hurting the brand. I mean, you gotta look at 94 when they was it the World Series got canceled, and it took them literally 4 years. The only thing that brought baseball back to relevance was McGwire and Sosa.
And they had to take steroids to do it.
Exactly. That was the only thing that brought baseball back to relevance. And then you look at all this now, it's like, yo, the players just want fair compensation for the younger players who can't make who make so little, like you said, who make so little. Yep. It's like, so you mean tell me that you have these farm leagues that have all this talent. These cats literally live in paycheck to paycheck in a sense, but you don't want to compensate them more. I mean, come on, man. I mean, at this point, like if this goes on any longer, baseball is going to be in the trash can. I'm sorry.
Oh, absolutely.
From a business mindset, like I do get it, right? And I get it from the fact of it's not a money-making part of baseball, right? Well, you think about it.
But it can be. The minor league
if you do it right,
way better. Yeah, way better than the major leagues.
If you do it right, but they haven't done it right. So in their mind, I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of things, it hasn't been making money like that. So they don't see it as a priority.
But it hasn't made money because they haven't tried to. They leave it on the minor league. They leave it on the minor league people that's running the minor league team. They leave it up to them to figure it out. That's why they just have crazy and wacky ass names and crazy promo ideas. And it's fun. Like going to a minor league baseball game is way more fun than going to a major league baseball game.
It really is.
Because they put more into trying to make it an experience. Now, just think about if the major league team that own those minor league teams funnel resources into it. It'd be all types of. We know how it is with the Greenville Drive.
Yeah.
Like if Boston put more into the Greenville Drive, it'd be even bigger here.
I'm a Yankees fan. I don't fuck with it.
Well, that's the only baseball we got around here.
That's,
you know what I mean?
That's the only reason why I don't. I ain't gonna lie.
Lord have mercy.
Like for if Boston really wanted to, you think about Fluor Field right now. Think about everything that's around Fluor Field.
Oh,
like
it's all types
literally.
of shit.
If they put more money into that, and you
It's
do
all
that
types of shit, bro.
that whole entire block up to Falls Park, come on now.
That's what it's all types of shit over there. But yet, and just go, hey man, y'all do you. I know your field is a replica of ours, but you know what I mean? Do what you gotta do. So, like, it's crazy. But anyway, moving along, Justin brought up a interesting topic. I'll let you get into this because I want to know where this came from.
All right, now I gotta pull it up. You know my memory bad.
Hell.
All right,
my nigga got notes, so you know it's serious.
So I was at work, right, and I be doing training and all these different things, and you start seeing a difference in this generation, just how they can't really have conversations, right? They're so used to texting and like using social media and things like that. Having the conversation on the phone is kind of like different, right? Because even having like a one-on-one conversation with like your peers is different than talking to like motherfuckers in school or just random other people. You have to have a different skill set of knowing how to communicate.
Yeah.
And I'll be just seeing like, also when niggas be posting on social media, y'all dare not say that shit outside or things like that. It's just kind of like how you watch how people interact or portray themselves or communicate on social media. It used to be like, especially like the MySpace days and stuff like that, like, oh, this nigga acting funny, whatever. But now you're starting to see it intercede into like everybody's everyday interactions, and the shit is kind of weird. Like, people can't interact with conversations anymore.
Yeah,
as much.
Something that I noticed a little while ago, it might have been a couple years ago, that a lot of people live by social media rules in real life, and I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like when it comes to like especially like people with relationships and shit. It's like you can say all that shit on social media, but when you got to deal with an actual real person, that shit ain't gonna fly. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how people operate in the real world. Like, you can try to make shit look cool online. Oh, if he ain't making this or she ain't making that, or she got to look like this and he got to look like that and all that stuff like that, which is a part of life. Like, people like that in general, but it be astronomical, like, out there standards, and you just like, all right, whatever.
Baby, you work at Copper River.
Yeah, like, if you don't bring me a steak home and shake your ass up, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you don't bring me a steak and a loaded
the fuck?
Get your ass out of here.
You said I need you to have 50 or better. 50 what? Give you like, 50 what? Girl?
Yeah.
You better get it together.
That's what I keep saying, bro. I can't date in this era. I can't mess with people that, you know what I mean? I can't really interact with people that's younger than me. I'm almost 34. Like, I feel like I'm still young, but it's like, God, man, it's a lot of people out here that just like, all right, you have no clue what the world is about to do to you. Like, none whatsoever.
I think for me, being how I'm younger, but I was always around older people, I experienced things at a younger age, and I thank God for that. So, like, when I be hearing people even like my age or a little bit younger just talk, I be looking at them like, y'all don't even understand how life works, baby. Like, that's not how it works.
Nah, it's gonna punch him in the mouth.
No,
it's gonna be funny too.
It's just crazy because it's like social media is a very real thing now. Like, it powers businesses, it powers how we think about things, even how we get our news now. But it's also very much not real. Like a lot, it's whatever you want it to be, and people are basing their lives on like fake images, like things that aren't real. They're really what people just want you to see, and it's like this next generation. Woo, child. I said, boy, I'm gonna have to find me a wife at the church house or something, because I can't.
Maybe
I can't.
you might find some crazy shit there too. You see Taz's face. There's some crazy shit going on at the church too. You know,
I ain't talking about your church house. I'm talking about the mosque.
Praise be to Allah.
Absolutely. I ain't got time.
you think the woman you gonna find at the mosque gonna wear a thickness shirt?
You never know. I need to find me one who is just tired. She just tired of all the rules and restrictions, and we can be all holy when we go outside. Well, we can be foolish when we get in the house.
You's a wild nigga.
It's true.
Yo, you's a wild nigga, bro. I love it. Dude, do never change. Please. Never change, bro. Yo, you got a black as fuck for us today?
Shit throw me off. I need niggas to give me a cue. All right. So on this episode of Black as Fuck, I want to talk about being aware of how you are portrayed, and being aware of how you're portrayed in the instance of how society sees you and how you see yourself. So I've been seeing a lot in the news about how African Americans, or just Africans in general, have been treated in different parts of the country. As we watched the State of the Union yesterday, we saw a lot of just praise on how the people in Ukraine are handling their situation, and just seeing them in this light that people in Afghanistan and the immigrants from Haiti didn't get the same type of respect. So as I was watching that, I was looking at certain things on Instagram and in the news, and one thing that really made me just pause was seeing how different people in areas of power, how they blatantly spoke about us as if we were just nothing compared to these other people. So you would watch, I was watching these clips, and they were saying how, oh, we need to protect the people in Ukraine because they're blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and they're of European descent. They aren't like the people in Haiti. They aren't like the people in Afghanistan. And it made me really realize that they don't give a fuck about us, as we've already known. But them not giving a fuck about us, it has to really put us into a mindset of really wanting to do for ourselves, not just in America, but everywhere. We watch places in Africa, such as Ghana, where they have been so self-sufficient. They've built a whole lot just based on not wanting help from outsiders. You watch us in this country continue to suffer, continue every day to try to fight for a seat at the table that clearly we really don't need. We've seen in the history of us how we have created something from nothing. And that's as a people, no matter whether they've taken us from anywhere and they put us in America or they put us in Dominican Republic, they put us in different parts of Africa, Canada, we have made their brand stronger. America wouldn't be what it is without us. Canada wouldn't be what it is without us. Europe wouldn't be what it is without us. Africa, which is the motherland, has continued to be subjected to being broken apart, being seen as less than, but has created resources, has been the blueprint for what many nations have become, and they still portray us as if we are dumb, as if we are less than. So we have to understand that in order for us to be seen in a certain light, we have to start taking ourselves seriously. And I'm not saying going and changing how everybody walks and talks, but be mindful of your culture. Be mindful of how you are representing your people. Because at the end of the day, that does have an effect on not just how other people see us, but how we see us. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. You gotta let me know. I ain't know. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, I plan for that to happen too.
I thought it paused. I thought the shit done broke down or something. I'm like, what the fuck? Where everybody at? Ain't like that shit.
If you think I ain't keeping it in there, you
don't keep that in there, man.
I got to. It was so
I ain't like that shit at all, bro. I ain't like that shit. What the fuck?
So goddamn funny.
Like, I don't even like it. Like when it stand alone like that.
Yeah.
I'd rather have it like this.
But you cute though, man.
And I ain't like that shit.
Shine on you,
no, because I like to interact. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all.
All right, we'll switch it up next week. But I purposely didn't tell them what we was gonna do, so just to see their reaction. And I know Taz was gonna, you know what I mean? He was gonna be cool. You know, he cool under pressure.
I was like, should I go? Or the fuck? Then he's like, go, and I'm like, nah, I tried to go, and I was like, fuck it, nigga, y'all done fucked me up with this. I need y'all to give me a cue next time.
Well, next time we got you. This time was absolutely fucking hilarious.
Because I was about to click leave studio, or y'all ass.
We look you, my nigga.
Bro, I'm about to boom. The fuck out of here.
So update from last week before we get into the next topic. You remember when I said I don't really want my mom to be listening sometimes because we say crazy shit on here. Well, my mom would text me just now and was like, I don't be listening to your podcast all that much no more because y'all too raunchy. Y'all too raunchy. I was like, raunchy? That's a strong word. She was like, all right. What she said? Hold on. I'm gonna tell you exactly what she said. She said, okay then, too dirty for my ears. She need to grow up. she need to grow up, damn it. And anyway, moving along. So it's like two separate conversations to why I thought about this topic. So one mainly is just a conversation I had this morning. And I've been seeing. So now that we in the streaming era of selling music and listening to music and all that stuff. So now numbers are changing. remember when we was growing up, if you sold 500,000 in a week or more, that was like the standard. Like if you did that, you a star. You gonna be here forever. But if you sell anything lower than that, it was just a flop. But now it's differently. So not many people sell 500,000 units. Well, now it's, you know, equivalent units, except for if you Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Drake, Kanye, Hove, Rihanna. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be a fucking super duper star to sell that much. The conversation that I had with Jabes was, and Keys was, Kodak Black. Now, Kodak Black is, I feel like he's known a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Only song from this album that I heard was Super Gremlin before the album came out. So then, it was brought up. If you don't do 75,000, then it's a flop. And I'm thinking in my brain, ain't no way he gonna do ain't no way he gonna do more than that. He ain't gonna even come close to it. Oh, Adele too. Keys in the background. Shout out to Keys Ali in the background. You know what I mean? Getting us right back there. But anyway, he's projected to sell 60,000. Now, my question to y'all is selling 60,000 equivalent units a flop, or is it? Yeah, is it a flop? Like, how do you look at an artist who sells 60,000, or does it even matter, like it did in the physical era where it mattered how much you sold?
I don't think it matters.
Why?
And I don't think it matters because, like, back in the day, your reach was limited. Like, it was kind of limited to, like, whoever you could get to hear it, and it depended on your budget. Like, now, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? You might have artists that might not really sell that many physical copies or whatever, but might get all these streams, and their equivalent units might be higher than the person who's like established based on like how they build their brand. Like, they build their brand organically now. It's way different. So I think like now you're in a different era. You kind of got to look at it different. Now you're gonna have certain people, like y'all said, like the Nas's, the Jay-Z's, the Adele's, Beyonce, all of those who gonna be like consistent with it. But I don't know. I think like with the Kanye rollout and things like that, there's always gonna be different ways of how to market your music, how to bring your music out now. So I think it's not the same.
What about you, Taz?
Nah, I think it's not necessary that you have to sell physical copies, because, like you said, your reach was a lot limited back when we were growing up. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, I can go to a website, download an album, iTunes, Spotify. You got all that to consider. As long as the music is getting out there and you're getting the streams.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be a little bit misleading too, because I mean, I could just hit, listen to first a minute of a song.
It takes 9 seconds for a stream to count.
So I'm saying, I mean, I could literally preview a 15 seconds of a track, and a person gets a stream, and let's just say I got a bot that can just. Beep.
Oh well, yeah, I'm sure a little bit of that happens.
I'm just saying, but I don't think you really need to. Right, and in this era, you don't really need to. I mean, because a lot of people everyone's go mm-hmm. nowadays. I mean, I can just go here, go boom, album on my phone, keep it pushing instead of me having to go to Best Buy or Circuit City like we used to do.
The question that I do have to y'all is, which era has better music?
Ah,
What type of music?
yeah.
Just all music.
No,
Because
has to be
now,
segmented.
nah, I'm just saying. Well, because of who we are, let's just say hip hop.
Okay.
Who has the better music? And I'm just talking about from us growing up.
Yeah.
Us growing up in the 2000s. I'm not talking about pre-2000. I'm not talking about the golden era. I'm talking about
Okay.
2000 to now.
I'll say, the era of us really, I mean, because then you had to really be lyrical. Now, I mean, you ain't really, it don't take a lot of talent nowadays to be a rapper.
It didn't take a lot of time in the 2000s either.
It took more talent.
If you really keeping it to beam.
It took more. I mean, I think you have different segments of talent now. I'll have to give it to now.
Mm.
And only because like it's different. It was different segments before, but now like before niggas was rapping good, but they beats was trash. Like the music itself did not sound good. I think now you got music that sounds good, but niggas ain't talking about nothing. And we talking about this. We talking about music that sounds good. I think now it has to be now.
Yeah, like you said, I think it's flip flop. I think back then it was a lot of people saying something that sounded dope, but the music behind it was like, so you just tossed it. But now, I mean, all right, so prime example. He's my favorite rapper of all time, Nas, right? But the stigma behind Nas is he's the worst beat picker of all time, right? But everybody acknowledges when it comes to like up there, like, if you make a top 10 list, Nas is gonna be on the top 10 list. If you make an unbiased top 10 list, Nas is gonna be up there, right? It's even undeniable.
Even using that, right?
You're right.
I'm gonna say some blasphemous shit, and I don't give a fuck. Y'all can fight me. Then his music, let's say his music he put out in 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These last couple albums he just put out sonically sound better.
That's what I was getting to, right?
They do.
That's what I was getting to. So,
because King's Disease is flawless.
Everybody say that he's like the worst beat picker ever. He do 3 albums with Hit Boy. Nobody say that no more.
Cause he ain't picking the beats.
He's gonna pick something.
No, right? I mean he has say so. But that nigga is the
he has say so, but he ain't picking the I got you.
The chemistry that he's built with Hit Boy too.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I mean, because Hit Boy gonna give him a beat and Nas be like, I can rap to it, but I ain't feeling it. And then Hit Boy be like, all right. Hit Boy like, all right, so let's look at your past albums. I know the lyrics. I know the lyrics that are there. So like, all right, let's cultivate something that's modern, but fits your style. And then, because I mean, these last 3 albums, King's Disease 2, my God, like that is still on repeat.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm just like, golly, man, like this Nas, man. Yeah. And I feel it. But so, y'all right. You're right. Now that I think about it, I retract my previous statement.
But for me, that's
I didn't think of it that way. Yeah, it is.
Only on hip hop. Because R&B, I feel like, was better.
I mean, who really puts out R&B albums anymore?
First of all, you got some good R&B artists but most of really good R&B artists are like independent in my I feel like most R&B artists now are more like contemporary. Like it's not really like R&B in the essence of R&B. It's more progressive than that. So it sounds differently. I guess.
I just feel like the quote unquote R&B singers now are not really R&B singers. They're like, you can't just label them that because they do so much more with music. I don't think you can I don't think you can put Janae as a R&B singer.
Jasmine Sullivan's an R&B singer, though.
Is SZA an R&B singer?
No, he's a pop singer.
That's what I'm saying. But the essence of her is R&B.
Her.
Damn near neo soul. But the type of music she make, it could be considered as pop. Some of it. But I also believe that some people are just so big and so many people gravitate to it that it turns into quote unquote pop music. Like, what kind of music does Adele make?
R&B.
She makes R&B music, but because she's fucking Adele and everybody loves her, it's pop.
I got a funny Adele story. So, like 3 weeks ago, I took my nephew out to eat. Right? It was, I guess, one of the newer Adele songs that always playing on the radio. It was on in a Chinese restaurant, and this nigga is singing the song, and I'm listening. Like, you're not really listening to somebody sing.
Yeah,
I'm listening to him. I'm like, this nigga can sing. What the fuck done happened? Ain't nobody tell Justin. Because the lady who was next to me, like, who was in the other booth, she was looking at him. What the hell? Not looking at him. And the Joe Jackson to me just smiled. Because I was like, this nigga about to make some money.
Look,
he about to make some money.
Exploit your damn destiny, dog. Jeez Louise, lemon squeeze. All right, so you got words of wisdom for us, Mr. Jazz? Cool. All right.
Yeah.
After this promo, we'll come back with a high definition. High definition. After this promo, we'll come back with a words of wisdom.
Hey everybody, this is High Definition Podcast. I'm Maurice.
I'm Therese.
Listen, you can find us on Facebook at
High Definition Podcast.
You can also find us on IG at
High_Definition_podcast.
Listen, new episodes drop every Tuesday at 8 p.m. with a video premiere on Facebook. It's coming soon to YouTube, and it also drops on various podcast platforms. So y'all come check us out. Leave us a 5-star review wherever you go, and y'all remember to live life
from the highest definition.
So, my words of wisdom are more like this week, more so of, I guess, is the words of encouragement. So, we got a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. We got this whole Russia-Ukraine ordeal, other different things that go on. Like, my words of wisdom or encouragement to anyone listening to this would be to go after the things that you have always dreamed about going after. The good book says that life is a vapor. Like, literally every day we are supposed to live our life like tomorrow's not going to be here. And I say that to say, whatever it is that you have a dream to do, put your all into it. Go after it. The time is now. Stop putting it off. Stop procrastinating. Literally live each day with the hope to invest in your dream that tomorrow might not happen. Like, we hope that tomorrow is going to happen, but it might not. And the thing that I strive to do is to live a life to make sure that I don't die unfulfilled. So to anyone who is out there listening to this, the time is now. Go after your dream and make sure that when you're going after your dream, look to inspire the next generation or someone. Because I was listening to J.R. Smith talk about, about him blowing money in the club and then not really investing in his community. And he's talking about, I go $6,000 in the club, go to my neighborhood and feed 2,500 kids, and talking about having to play in LA at UCLA, where most of those guys that were from the same neighborhood could just put a gym or rec center or whatever in their neighborhood and have somewhere for the kids in their neighborhoods to go and play. So I think there has to be a mindset change and shift when it comes to us obtaining wealth. It's like, yeah, get the wealth, do whatever you want to do with it. I'm not telling you what to do, but make sure that you're inspiring the next generation or someone close to you, and invest in the next generation so that they could be put in a position to inspire the next generation and invest in the next generation. When we have that mindset of wanting to inspire and invest, and we pass that on, it builds generational wealth. So my words of encouragement are: live your dream, strive for it, and do not procrastinate on it. That's been another word of wisdom to Rez.
Taz, you know what you just encouraged me to do?
What was that?
You encouraged me to do two things. Move to California, do porn like I wanted to do since I was 18 years old.
I knew it was about to be some wild shit.
And now that I'm good at behind the camera, shoot that shit too, bro. I'm trying to find the next superstar out there, and we're going to take it all the way to the top.
You know what's funny? I feel like I could be a porn manager. And I feel like Taz could be my partner.
He can break for these hoes while we do this right. He gets the thickness shit on right now.
Because he could be, he could be the spiritual, and the one who, he talks you through your shit. And I'm like, look here, you got to go out there and fucking make this money.
Right. Listen, as long as I can keep this bucket hat on while we doing this, if Prince can have Tim's on, I can have a bucket hat on. You feel me?
First of all, you ain't gonna say that nigga first name like he your cousin. You ain't gonna say that shit like that's your man's. Everybody don't know who that is except the nasty niggas.
He is my man's. He's everybody.
He said Prince like the singer.
He the homie. He is a singer. He be having all types of old singers. Hey man, it is what it is, dog. It is what it is. You feel me? It is what it is, man. You like what you like. You feel me? I'm just saying. Thanks for the words of encouragement, Taz. I'm about to find the next superstar, and we gonna do some pimp shit, and we gonna get up out of here. You feel me? It's gonna be a whole new view. That's gonna be the company name and everything. A whole new view. You feel me?
Well, we're about to get Taz kicked out of that congregation, baby. It's about to be over with.
Yo, if anybody from Taz is on the podcast, I'm sorry. This is my thoughts in my mind. It is not an indictment on Therese Keith Williams III.
And these are jokes for me. So don't you be going back and telling nobody about Justin. These are jokes.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to keep it real with my friends. This is supposed to be a safe space, all right? And I mean, you inspired me. What I'm supposed to do? I didn't know you was going to come with that encouragement like that.
You do what you got to do, bro.
That's all you got for me? You're not going to talk me out of it?
That's all I got.
No? Dude, I'm gonna put a poll up or something. Or I need to ask people in the streets who wants to be the next superstar for a whole new view. I got the whole shit in my brain. I got it.
Oh, the whole shit.
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, y'all got any final thoughts? You know what I mean? Any last words? Yo, Keys gotta calm down in the background. I'm just saying, bro. It is what it is. If y'all can really live inside of my brain,
I don't want to.
Yo, it's fun in here, bro. It's fun.
Talking about final thoughts. I had somebody tell me I was wilding the fuck out when I had my final thought the other week.
Oh yeah.
So I was just like, I'm gonna just calm down with my final thoughts.
You gotta be 100% you. That's what the show is
No,
about.
I'm starting to become more like you. I'm wilding the fuck out.
It's views from the floor. We are on the ground running with this. All right, we got real people views. We got real views from real people. All right, that's how we are. We gotta just keep this shit going.
Okay.
One day, Taz is gonna get out of pocket, and it's gonna be on the show, and I'm gonna cut that motherfucker. We gonna run with it. You feel me? One day, it's gonna happen. And
I do got one
Taz's
question for
life
y'all.
gonna change.
I got one question for y'all. So, on Peacock now, they got Bel-Air, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I like the show.
I do. So I went and got it.
I haven't watched it.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna support. I'll subscribe. I'm gonna subscribe for 2 months till this shit go off, and I'm gonna take my money back. So I did, right? So Jennifer Lopez got this movie on there, and I got a question for y'all. I tried. I got a question for y'all. Who the hell keep letting her ass make movies? Who keep letting her make albums? Who keep letting her do anything that requires talent?
Listen, pretty people can do whatever they want to. Who gonna tell Jennifer Lopez no?
I mean, she from,
I'm not.
She from the borough, so I mean, no number of respect.
Nah, but she's a terrible actress. Though.
She can't act. She can't sing. What are we doing here?
She's a beautiful person, dog.
Yeah, and I respect it. I respect the hustle.
You know what I mean? What's she supposed to do? Just turn down the bag? They just throwing her free money.
No, and I respect it. But my thing is, where do we get to that point when niggas just throwing us money to just do bad shit? I can do bad shit all day.
I don't know, man. Hey, if anybody out there listening that got some bread, you know what I mean, that want to put some marketing dollars behind views from the floor, we can take it there. You feel me? We can get you a return on investment fast. That's my pitch. That's all I got.
That sounds like a drug dealer's bitch.
Before we get up out of here, make sure if you're listening this far, like, subscribe, get a friend to like and subscribe, listen to the pod, share it, do all the dope ass things. Hey, there's some. Hold on, yeah, I'll point to it down there. Boop. There we go. Right here to the side, everywhere we where it's listenable, watchable. There you go. Like and support. Hey, and shout out to my man Keys Ali from the House of Ali. I just like the fact that he got a House of Ali. You know what I mean? I just wonder what that house looks like. You feel me? Like
sheet carpet and shit.
If he can, you know what I mean? If he can design the house, like have a dope ass designer house, I know he's gonna have silk in there somewhere.
It got to be silk.
He gotta have a silk. Yeah. He gotta have a silk robe on. Got to.
What's this velvet?
Velvet walls with a silk robe. My nigga Keys Ali in the place to be. He gonna kill me for this, but I love him anyway. Anyway, always remember, no matter the view, it's always with respect. And that's another episode of Views from the Floor podcast.